Okay, so basically in my previous video about inductive circular reasoning, which I'm not sure is a proper term, I just don't know what else to call it. I basically demonstrated that point by aligning the definitions of the two premises with ex nihilo and seeing what happens. And I don't know if you'd call that a reductio ad absurdum, but it seems like you can reduce that argument to absurdity if you do that. Which kind of demonstrates that the equivocation fallacy is true. Well, in this video, I'm going to align the definitions for ex materia and see where that brings us. And I think what it actually does is demonstrate would demonstrate a multiverse theory. So let's try that. So if you take ex materia, I'm sure this has to have been done before. If you take ex materia, if you take that definition applied to both premises, you get everything that began to exist or was created ex materia has a cause. Fine, of course that's the case. The universe began to exist ex materia. Therefore, the universe was created from something else, from another universe. That's really what the conclusion then becomes. I mean, the universe was created from something else. I don't know exactly what that something else would be, but it would seem to me that the most likely explanation of what that would be another universe, would be maybe a black hole, which is something that cosmologists do think is possible. That black holes create or the creation of another singularity, another universe, in another dimension or something. Which I don't know the math behind this, so I don't know how substantive that is. But I just think that's really not the point. I'm not trying to really prove its soundness. I'm just taking the, non-equivocating trying to non-equivocate on the definition of began, and just choosing either ex nihilo or an ex materia and see where either goes. And this is what you get. This is where you get to, and neither of them get to God, or even a first cause, in the way that they think. Because this aligning the definitions along of creation ex materia infers that this material came from somewhere else, that it actually didn't begin to exist. It's ex materia. It was prior existing to the Big Bang, which may seem logically impossible, but that's what this argument would do if you align the definitions. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what to conclude from that. I don't want to be held to what I concluded very vaguely. I guess I'm just trying to do a reductio ad absurdum to this argument, because it is. Once you factor in the equivocation fallacy, which is demonstrable by equalizing the definitions to either ex nihilo or ex materia in the first and second premise, you see where this goes, and it's just not valid. It doesn't lead to the conclusion that it thinks it does. In either case, you have to equivocate in the word began to reach that conclusion. Otherwise, one leads to what I would call, as my last video stated, circular inductive logic, and this one leads to a multiverse theory. But I could be totally wrong on this, and I may be missing a bunch of logical steps here, and please tell me if I am. I'm open. I just want to learn. I'm not trying to state this is necessarily true, but I don't see how this couldn't be at this point. So please comment. Thanks. Bye.